Hello, everyone. Adrian here. We're going to get started on some myofascial. We have a couple things you may need. If you have a ball, great. Any kind of lacrosse ball, tennis ball, any kind of those are fine. If you have a peanut, we'll be using that as well. All you'll need is 2 tennis balls and some hockey tape. You can wrap it around. If you don't have either of these, just 2 tennis balls and a sock is good enough. You just put both tennis balls inside, tie it off, and you can have your own very quickly homemade peanut roller. All right, let's get started. Here, we're gonna lie face up. You want your socks on for this. We're gonna lie face up. Take the balls, take the peanut, place it underneath your low back. You wanna make sure the balls are on either side of your spine. So you wanna be right about here. From here, we're gonna go for just 5 quick breaths. So from here, we're gonna breathe in. And we're gonna breathe out. Let's go for 4 more. So breathing in, 5. And breathing out. 3 more, and breathing in, 5. And breathing out. And one more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Excellent. From here, we're going to hug one knee into our chest. Squeeze. And slow release down. And come up on the other side and squeeze and hug it in. And bring it back. Keep going a couple times each side. Just going to check if there's anything in the chat. Excellent. Okay. So keep going with the low back stretching. About 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to ease off. We're going to take our stability ball, our lacrosse ball, or hockey ball, or golf ball, whatever we have lying around the house. We're going to do some glute work. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can use a roller, which I'll show you in just a moment. We're going to take this, place it underneath our glute. From here, we're going to cross one hand top the other and just really dig in as best we can. Just slowly massaging in. And really massage in there. Now, if you don't have a ball, that's okay. You can use a foam roller. Any kind will do. It's the same form, just like your hip is on the ball. It's right on the roller. So here, ankle on, and just work back and forth. 20 seconds. Slowly massaging. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to switch sides. You can stick to the ball or you can stick to the roller. Either one is fine. I'll be sticking to the roller. So here, just make sure that whichever glute or hip is on the ball, or the roller, you want to take that same leg and place it on top of your other knee. Now, if you're not quite flexible enough to do this, that's okay. Halfway is fine, or even at the ankle. Just make sure this knee is rotated open. That's all. And rotate open. But you can cross like this, even better. About 20, 25 more seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and What? Excellent. Here, we're gonna go for our glutes. Now we're gonna go onto our quads. So you're gonna get a roller. You can use this. If you don't have a roller, you can use a peanut or a ball. I'll show you all the different variations. So roller first. Starting here, just above our knees. Working back and forth, right along here. Excellent. Now, if you don't have one of these, that's okay. You can use peanut. Just working your way back and forth like this, same thing, just one quad at a time. Or if you just have a ball, same thing, just rolling back and forth, trying to work along that quad. Or you can go for a single leg extension like this, just really working for that quad tissue. Make sure you're not on your knee. You want to be above it, into the muscle area. That's all. I'll be going back to the roller. You can spend as much time on either of those as you want. You'll be here for about another minute and 15 seconds, starting now. But if you're going to do one leg at a time, you should switch in about 30 seconds. Remember to breathe through your stomach the whole time, slow and controlled. Breathe through your stomach. You're in this position. You can lift your legs. You can turn them out 45 degrees. You can turn them in 45 degrees. Whatever works for you. Slow and controlled. All right, 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we're going to go for the inner thigh. Definitely an important one. I'm going to show you standing, and then I'll show you lying down. We can use the ball or the roller for this one. So here standing, I want you to bring one knee up nice and high. You're going to be doing this lying down. I'm just showing you what it looks like from a standing position. So knee up nice and high. The roller goes in your inner thigh, and you're going to roll along the floor, rolling from the side of your knee right to your grip. What that looks like on the floor is the same thing. A knee comes up nice and high. My hips are square, my one leg is down. I'm going to roll just like that, bringing the roller from the side of my knee to my groin. Really working through. It's the same position, whether you have a peanut or a ball. You just have to focus a little more. I need that ball rolling right along the inner thigh. I'm going to be on the inner thigh on my right side for about 30 more seconds. So really digging in and slowly massaging as best you can. And if you find a particularly rough spot, you can just stick to it and really dig in as best you can. That's fine too. Just slowly gonna work it. Five, 4, 3, 2, and now switch sides. So 45 seconds on this side. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Get nice and high on your elbows and try to roll back and forth as best you can. Slowly working that inner thigh. And if you find a particularly rough spot, or if you notice if you're worse as you approach the knee, or if you're worse as you approach the groin, feel free to spend a little extra time in that area. Just really massage and work it. Now, the goal isn't ever pain. The goal is massage and release. If you feel any kind of sharp pain or it feels like it's too much, stop. Just focus on breathing. trying to relax into it. Seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Easing up. Excellent. Here with your calves, definitely a tight one for me. So a few options. We're going to do it, I'm going to do it with one leg at a time, but you can do it with both. So here, I'll show you both, and then you can decide whether you want to do it with 2 legs or 1. So 2 legs, feet planted, lifting up, and just working back and forth right along the calves here. You do different sections at a time, just rolling back and forth. What you can also do is do 1 leg at a time. So here I'm going to rest one leg. I'm going to cross my legs. I'm going to use my top leg to push down. So I'm going to activate my hamstring. I'm going to press down and massage right into the bottom calf. Now for me, I have quite tight calves. So this is just enough for me. But if this still isn't enough for you, you can lift yourself off and really dig in there. I'm going to be here for about 25 more seconds on this one side, and we're going to switch. If you decide to do both, you can just keep doing both the whole time. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Just really massaging and working through anything you have going on. 40 seconds. Now for me, 1 leg is definitely enough. My calves are quite tight. But if it's not quite enough, you can lift your hips up and really dig in there. We're almost there, about 15 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do the last one for the lower body here. It's one of my favorites. I say them in loose terms. We're going to go for the front of our shins. So here, I don't want you to be right on your shin bone. I want you to be just off to the side or towards the outside. So I'll demonstrate. So here, your knees are on the roller. You can't do this with the ball. You just have to really focus on just that one strip. I'll show you back. So here, with your knees on the roller, cross your legs. Now, whichever leg is on the bottom, I want you to lean your hips towards that side. So for me, my right leg is on the bottom. I'm going to lean my hips right towards the camera. I'm going to reach in and push up, rolling in, right along, under 30. So for me, I'm rolling along here, right along the outside. So not directly in the center. I'm off to the side, I'm rolling right along here. If you have a ball, you do the same thing. You angle your hips, but you just focus on the one leg. Just back and forth using the ball instead of the roller. I have about 15 more seconds here, so keep going. For those doing it at home. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Cross your legs, lean your hips the other way, rolling back and forth. Slowly working through. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, those weren't easy. We're going to start lying face up now. You can do this on the floor or on the roller. Lying face up. Elbows neutral. Shoulders back. And slowly stretching up and down. Just doing a nice stretch across the shoulders, across the chest. Trying to glide the back of our palms along the floor. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. From here, I'm going to turn the roller sideways. I'm going to roll along my upper back. The roller is turning sideways, like so. I'm going to I'm going to bring my hands behind my head and support my own head. You can either choose to cross your arms like this or support your own head this way. You can choose. But the goal is to roll from the middle of our back up to about our upper traps or shoulders. Make sure you don't roll into your low back and you don't roll into your neck. You want to stick to about the top of the shoulders to about the middle of your back. Let's be here for about 35 to 45 seconds. Maybe a little longer, we'll see. Just really working. Really long upper back muscles. Now, make sure this is about as far as you go. You don't want to go into your actual neck. You want to stick to just your shoulder blades, on top of your shoulders, and about halfway into your back. So don't actually go into your low back. Just stick to your shoulders and your upper middle back. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Another back is a little looser. Here, we're gonna use a ball if we have it. If we don't, any kind of tennis ball, or you can use a peanut if you have it. Either one is fine. And here, we're rolling to the middle of our back. So I'm gonna show you from the back. So here, I'm gonna place the ball right about here. Whoops. So I'm gonna place the ball right about here. So never in the middle of your spine. You never want to press into your vertebrae. You want to press into the muscle off to the side. So never press in the middle. Stick to the side if you can. So try to move maybe 1 or 2 inches to the side. From here. Place it right there. I'm going to hug myself so my shoulder blades come forward. I'm really going to just take that ball right into my shoulder blade. And here I can lean into it, add some pressure, I can ease off and lean forward. Feel free to listen to your body, kind of play with it a little bit. Try to see if you can find that right mix of I'm massaging and working into it, but I'm also really working the tissue and if the pain is tolerable. The goal isn't to get as much pain as possible. More pain doesn't mean a better release. The goal is to manage the pain while experiencing the best relief. So they're trying to massage into any kind of tight spot. It may be a little painful and that's okay, but don't try to make it more painful than necessary. But 50 more seconds. They're trying to work into any kind of tension or any kind of rough spot. And feel free to move around like I am, a half an inch up, half an inch down. Just make sure you're not in the center, make sure you're off to the side. 3, 2, 1. And here you're just going to switch sides. So for me, all I have to do is just move up. And same thing, I'm going to place it right on the inner part of my shoulder blade, like this. Hopefully you can see it. And I'm just going to roll up and down and massage, or I'm going to press and hold into a particularly rough spot. And make sure you want to be between your spine and your shoulder blade. You never want it on your spine or on your shoulder blade. You want to be in between. Try to hug yourself, bring that elbow over. You can sit and press into one spot, that's fine too. 15 more seconds. Breathe slowly the whole time. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Next one's going to be for the shoulder. So here, I'm just going to do a little bit of rotator cuff. I'll show you what that looks like. From the back, you're right behind your shoulder like this. So find your shoulder muscle. So once you find your shoulder muscle, you're going to be just behind it like I showed you. And your goal is to bring it behind your shoulder, and your elbow should be able to touch the ground. And from here, you want to rotate open and rotate in. That's it. So the ball is behind your shoulder. It's not behind your neck. It's not behind your actual arm. It's behind your shoulder. You're rotating as best you can. You can readjust a little higher, a little lower. That's fine. Just make sure it's not behind your lat. It shouldn't feel like it's behind your armpit. You want it to feel like it's behind your shoulder. Just like here, we'll move your range of motion slowly. Trying to force any movement. If you find you reach a natural stopping point, stop. Don't try to push it. Try to just go with your body's natural limits and see where that takes you. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we're going to switch sides. So behind our shoulder, and that elbow stays planted to the ground. And we're going to rotate back and forth. Trying to slowly just work through. I'll show you this one from the top just so you can see. But here, behind our shoulder, and that elbow should be touching the ground. Again, the ball is directly behind my shoulder, not behind my arm, not behind my neck. We're just going to rotate like this. Five seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We have 2 more moves left. We're going to do a little bit of the upper trap, and then we're going to go just for some slow and deep breathing. So for the upper trap, I want to make sure it's behind this muscle, behind your collarbone, not behind your neck or throat. You want it to be off to the side, so in between your shoulder and your neck, right behind this upper muscular area. So the ball should be right about there. So line face up, placing it just about there, and just slowly have that same arm kind of lounge up and down. Just like before with the rotator cuff, don't try to force any range of motion. If you find you have a natural stopping point, stop there. Do not try to push it. Just try to really take your time. In about 15 more seconds, we're going to do it a minute aside. Maybe a little longer, we'll see. Of course, if I want to let it sit in a particular area, we find this is worse, this is worse, this is worse, that's fine too. Again, the goal is to listen to your body and see what it needs. And if it needs a little extra release or a little bit of an extra time in a certain area, that's fine too. Feel free to spend it. You're going at your own pace. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. From here, we're going to switch sides. We're going to ease off. We're just going to switch sides. And I'm going to show you the next one from the top, just so you can see where I'm placing it a little better. So here, listening just behind your upper trap. So make sure again, it's not behind your throat, and it's not behind your shoulder, it's right in between. We're just going to slowly come up and down. And we're going to be here for about 40 more seconds. Three, 2, 1, slowly easing up. Excellent. Okay, last one here, we're going to go for that same deep breathing we were doing before. This time we're going to go for 6 deep breaths. And our goal is to actually use our core in these, where as we exhale, I want you to activate your core. I want you to actually almost vacuum in. As you exhale, you're squeezing your core, you're drawing your core in, you're pressing your belly button into the floor, trying to press down as much as you can. So taking this, placing our low back once more. Make sure we're nestled in. The balls are on either side of our spine. Our shoulders are low. We're relaxed. And our goal is to breathe. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And as you exhale, I want you to press into your core as much as you can. Starting in 3, 2, try to relax, 1, and 5. Inhale. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And try to press, 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 press. Breathing in. Breathing out. And one more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Excellent. From here, we're going to relax. We're going to lift the hips up. Of course, you can stay here for as long as you like. You can keep doing some slow breaths, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, that's fine. Or you can just try to relax and just try to help yourself realign and re-energize. Okay. That was Express Myofascial just before the holidays. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching at home, everyone's watching at home. If you're watching on YouTube later, thank you so much. And feel free to put any comments or any suggestions you have for future classes. Hope you all have a wonderful holidays. I'll see you all very soon.